Quantity is the name of the game. Quantity beats quality, but if you can have quantity and quality at the same time, you're gonna win. Today I'm going to talk about a pop singer, Adaline Simien. That's her artist name. Her real name is Karen. She was probably one of my highlights of 2022. We put out 9 songs in 2022. I love Karen's songwriting because it's fun, it's relatable, it's clever, it's creative, and all those things come together for a great relationship with an artist as a producer. So today I want to look at one of her songs, Beanie, which was released in 2020. Well, there's 2 versions of it, and this kind of goes into the strategy of it all, but she released the fully produced band version in 2022.
Loving you is so crucial, your touch is so unusual, you make me feel like a criminal, being yours is toxic, but I kinda like it.
And then in 2023, we've released and put out the acoustic version as well.
Loving you is so crucial, your touch is so unusual, you make me feel like a criminal, being yours is toxic, but I kinda like it.
But it's actually what I'm seeing a lot of people do these days. Take your fully produced song and strip it down to something very simple and put that out as well. And that's another piece of content for you, another song that you can put out. As an independent artist, one of the things that you need to do is consider putting out more music than you are. If you want to have a shot in today's music landscape, you have to put out more music than you think. Karen last year put out 9 songs, which is amazing. A lot of people I work with, they may do 1 song every year, or maybe they'll do 2 songs. Karen came in and said, hey, I want to do, more songs, let's talk about it, and we did it. What is my minimum that I encourage artists to do? I think as an artist, as a songwriter, if you could put out a song every quarter, so every 3 months, I think that would be a great plan. Some of you guys may know this songwriter and artist named Nick D. He's kind of a guy in the circle of songwriters that they're just killing it. They're making a lot of money from streaming. Last year, as a case study, Nick put out 22 songs. So think about that, 22 songs released in a full year. Nick mentioned in one of his podcast episodes that he had made right around 11 million streams in a 28-day period. So 1 month, essentially, 11 million streams. If each stream is worth, 0.004 cents, multiply that times 11 million, that is $44,000 per month from streaming. You're making this, this asset that you're gonna put online that people are gonna start to stream. And if you continue to put more stuff out, people will go back and start streaming all your other stuff. So it's just this cycle that happens with people's music. To me, this also doesn't negate quality. So today's topic of discussion is quantity versus quality. We have to be willing to put out more music. And Karen, Adaline Simien, Karen is a great example of that because we took a great song, we stripped it down, and we put out an acoustic version of that song. I think I've done this for myself and the artists that I've worked with for like 3 or 4 different people. Take fully produced songs and make them, into acoustic versions and put those out. So today I want to show you both songs. I want to kind of take and show you the produced version, and then I want to show you the acoustic version, and then I want to show you kind of like some things about it that we kind of did to kind of make it interesting, and some producing tips and some songwriting tips and different things that we can get into. But quantity is the name of the game. Quantity beats quality, but if you can have quantity and quality at the same time, you're gonna win. Let's get into it. This song musically is a homage, I think, to my love for mute math. When Karen brought me this song, she brought me the song and she brought me a melody and she brought me kind of the general vision. And then I start looking for ideas and I try to find things that inspire me that I think will bring the song to life. So the first thing to say about this that really inspired me was this drum loop that I found. When I combine that with this hi-hat thing, One thing with pop production is the intros of songs are crazy short. So we don't waste any time with the song. We give it 2 bars essentially, and then we're in.
You were like my other half. Only if I could have made you laugh, maybe things wouldn't have been bad. The way you look at me like that drives me mad. Loving you is so crucial. Your touch is so unusual. You make me feel like a criminal. Being yours is toxic, but I kinda like it.
Intro into the verse, very interesting. Driving, keeping your attention there. In the intro, we got a couple things happening. Got a little interesting sound here. And then another transitional sound. Just really cool little weird elements. For the verse, we got some bass going on. I'm a real big fan of synth bass right now, and so I end up using a lot of synth bass stuff with pop production and stuff. One thing I love to do is take a keyboard sound or a synthesizer sound and put a plugin called Kickstart on it. I love this plugin. It just gives it this pulsing thing. Here's without it, which is actually a pretty cool sound. But then put the pulse on it. Super cool, adds a lot of energy. It's that pulsing, you know, sidechain compressing kick thing. All music to me basically is a combination of tension and release. And so this verse, we're very focused, we're very like driving, we're moving it forward. When it gets to this pre-chorus, what we're gonna do is open it up a little bit. So let's check that out.
Yours is toxic, but I kinda like it. I kinda like it. I get a vibe tonight. Makes me alive.
We're about to like bring it home in the chorus, and so what we've done is we're gonna just like open this pre-chorus up right here to kind of give people a little bit of like a interesting thing that's happening. We got all these crazy cool background vocals happening. Check this out.
I kinda like it. I get a vibe tonight.
Sick. We introduced the 808 coming in here. Ooh. The synth bass. And then this is pop, so like anything goes in pop. And Karen was like, hey, what if we do this scream? And I was like, what do you mean by scream? She was like, well, what if we just put like, ah! We call it the cat meow. I have no idea where we got that sound, maybe Splice, I can't remember. It's just gonna add some impact going to the chorus. Funny enough, this song is actually related to her relationship with her cat, which actually can be translated to a real relationship with another human. You would never know listening to the song that it's about a cat, but it's the whole like clever songwriting thing. So what we did is we put this scream in there before the chorus hits to kind of make it boom. Let's go into the chorus.
I want you yet you don't want me. I'm thinking it's love, but this.
So lots of cool things here. We're introducing the electric guitars here. I think that could be a vibe all by itself. With the drums, we went to a halftime thing. Let's play that with the bass. Piano. This is probably the key sound of this chorus. Check this out, it's a piano, but it's got distortion on it. So cool. What's giving us that distortion sound? Well, that's the decapitator. If you guys aren't fans of the decapitator, get on that. Guitars, keys, drums, and bass. I mean, that's essentially what we got. And then we got Karen with her vocals.
I want you yet you don't want me. I'm thinking it's love, but this is purely love.
Then right here, what we're gonna do is we're not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna go straight from the chorus, open it up for a second, boom, right into verse 2. Here's verse 2.
trips gone for days, hoping I can see you out late.
I think verse 2 is probably one of my favorite parts of a song because verse 2 gives you the opportunity to kind of mix things up, keep it interesting. Even in country music or CCM or anything like that, you always want to do something that keeps it interesting. So in this case, we're going to thin out the drums for like the first part and then bring it in more full in the second part. So let's check that out.
Late night trips gone for days, hoping I can see you out late. Ignoring my family in the bay, left me with battle wounds. Loving you is so crucial, your touch is so unusual. You make me feel like a criminal, being yours is toxic, but I kinda like.
So verse 2 halfway through is going to pick it up and boom, we're back into the regular beat. And then this pre-chorus, if you remember pre-chorus 1, pre-chorus 1 is this big open thing. Well, on this pre-chorus 2, so it's driving. It still has those background things in there. Karen's vocals, her lead vocal, she's doing some things there that she didn't do in pre-chorus 1. So that again is keeping it interesting, doing something different that you hadn't heard before. Okay, then chorus 2 comes. Remember the first chorus we did like the cat scream, the creative cat scream. In this, we just kind of went straight in and Karen did like a little yell thing here, which I thought was kind of cool. Let's check it out. It's kind of mimicking that cat that we did in the first pre-chorus here, and then we go into the chorus.
I want you, yet you don't want me. I'm thinking it's love, but this is purely love. Constantly fighting, then we're making up, contemplating if I should even give you up.
Now we're into like basically like a post-chorus, so I have it labeled as bridge here, but it's just like a 4-bar musical thing getting us into a different bridge. So
Should I even give you up? I gave you all of my love, yet it still wasn't enough.
after the chorus, we kind of go into this turn thing, which is just a musical 4-bar thing, taking us back to the pre-chorus part. The pre-chorus now, or pre-chorus 3, is going to open us up, and it's actually twice as long as pre-chorus 1 or pre-chorus 2, but that's what's going to make this part different, and it's going to open up for a second, and then it's going to build back in.
Loving you is so crucial, your touch is so unusual. You make me feel like a criminal, being yours is toxic, but I
Now we're going to pick it up.
guess.
In chorus 3, you might think, oh, you're going to go back to chorus 2. Well, no. We're going to do something different here for chorus 3 that opens it up and makes a difference. So for this chorus, we have the vocals, and then we have this pulsing piano with our distorted piano happening. So this is what you get for chorus 3.
I want you, you like it, so damn enticing, drowning out the silence, wearing down my patience.
So we talked about how Karen could show that she's exhausted by just doing this breath in and then breathe out, but it kind of added impact to this moment, and then we do a bar of just silence, a pause.
Silence, wearing down my patience.
In that pause, we go back to our scream that's going to get us into the chorus.
I want you, yet you don't want me. I'm thinking it's
Okay, and one thing I want to point out here with the final full chorus is that we have added background vocals that are adding to the depth of this chorus. Let's check it out.
I want you, yet you don't want me.
We've got some added background vocals at the top of this chorus to make it sound even better. You might think, what do you do after the chorus? Well, go into an outro section. I feel like this section is inspired by my love for 21 Pilots. So jam in, check it out.
I want you, you like it, so damn enticing, drowning out the silence, weighing down my patience.
Halfway through, keep making it interesting by adding these extra backgrounds.
How are you when you like it? So damn enticing, drowning out the silence, wearing down my patience.
That is the walkthrough of the production session of the fully produced song. Now, what's the point of this video? The whole point of this video is to encourage us to put out more music. Well, how do you do that? Well, one simple way is take a great song, strip it down to just maybe a piano and a vocal or a guitar and a vocal. It could happen in different ways.